And we are live. Gonna give it a minute, get some people in. Hey, Marianne. Hi, Lou. Thank you for the sound check, Marianne. I appreciate it. And we have a Facebook viewer. Not sure who that is. I am in the process of pulling up my Facebook right now. There we are. No, that's Swirly. I see you, Swirly. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Judy. That's okay. You're all right, Swirly. Yeah, her purple does. It matches the background. I just picked something that I wasn't sure what to use this week. Let me play the intro and we're going to get started. You're clicking on links. I got you. And this is our August calendar. Today is the 11th. You guys got your supporter files this week. I don't even remember what I did this week. What have I done this week? It's been a whirlwind. I do know that. Let's see. Let me get overhead here and see what we have. Oh, I remember. We've done the snow globe card. We did that. And we did the fall card, I believe, with the foils. And then this was last Friday. That's what we did. And then tonight we're doing the tag. And I mean, guys, really, foil, I just can't photograph foil well. It doesn't do well for me. But you can see it's pretty. It's done on the foil craft board from Cricut. And it's so stinking cute. And we're going to cover some other things with that too. I love this fall card. Really, really, really came out well. And of course the snow globe card with the little church and the trees and the star. And yes, I foiled. I foiled on that. I'm still stuck on foil, guys. I thought I did something else this week. Maybe it was something I was working on I haven't finished. The pod was defective. I don't know, Shirley. Did I miss something? The pod. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, if you haven't looked on the channel, make sure that you go to the channel on YouTube. And some of the other Cricut product experts, were featuring those on our channel, and you'll see those on the main page. Take a look. They have some awesome projects too. Miss Rita, she's done a couple of projects this week. And I think Carol. Oh, the pod. Oh, gotcha. That's rare. I haven't heard of that one yet. I mean, it could happen. I mean, anything that's mass produced can have one. They should be fixing it for you, right, Shirley? Okay, it wouldn't register. Okay, gotcha. Hi, Kathy Ann. You did call support, though, right, Shirley? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to stand behind that. Help you out. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Patty. Hey, Carolyn. All right, so guys, I just showed you the little tag. We just did that. And I'm going to show you how to create it so that you can create basically from free shapes or the shapes here in Access. You'll see it on my screen. Now, if you go to my projects or to my profile, you will find tonight's file already done. But I want to show you guys how you can create them on your own. And here is tonight's project for those of you who don't want to create, you just want to click on Make It and Go. There is the file for you. You are going to need one of the little Sizzix bubbles, or you can just cut a circle and glue your snowman there instead of slicing a circle like we did before. So this is the file, little melting snowman file. It's right there. And everything that I used in it. But I'm going to show you guys how to create it, and maybe create it if you don't want to be using any of the page shapes and things like that. I mean, I highly recommend Access, guys, I really do. But there are a lot of things that you can do with just basic shapes. Hey, Mary Lou. Yay, I'm glad you made it. So let's go back to the canvas. And guys, if you have not done your profile and set up your profile yet so that people can follow you and you can share your work, please do so. This is done by people like myself, like you, everybody in the Cricut community who makes and wants to share projects. There are tons of things on lots of profiles. You can even set up a profile and follow people, and you can keep your profile private if you want to instead of public. Nobody can see your projects unless you share them, because trust me, I have over 2,000 projects and I'm only shared about 163 of those publicly. So you can have tons of projects and nobody can see those projects. They can't look them up. They can't do anything. It is super, super secure. Nobody can hack into your account, okay? So they're not going to see anything that you don't want them to see. So if you just go in and click on your profile, you can come here and select this little pencil and add your photo. You can click right here, this little pencil, and add a background. You can edit your profile if you ever want to change anything. Remember, I said you can make it private if you want. Mine is set to public. Put your profile name in there. I've got Crafting with April and my name because a lot of people know me by both. And then you can put a short description about yourself in there, where you're from. If you don't want them to know where you're from, you can hide it, just toggle off. And how long you've had your Designspace Access account. This is my second account, so mine doesn't really count because my first one was not able to be used. But lots of things. It's super easy to go in there and save that and share your projects. To share a project, you simply go into the project itself right here and click Make It Public in Designspace. Okay? Super easy. Super, super easy. You cannot share, well, you can. You can make any of your files public in Designspace and it will show on your profile. However, if you uploaded anything, a font, an image, you sliced from an image or a font that you uploaded, then they will be able to see this part right here and the title and your name, but they will not be able to open it. So make sure that when you're sharing, you're not sharing something that you've uploaded into. Okay? Oh, cool, Shirley. Good. They zoomed with you and got it. Great. They'll get that fixed for you. Yay, you did, Shirley? Yay. I'll have to go in and look because I'm pretty sure I'm already following you. And if you want me to follow you back, just let me know and I'll be happy to follow you back if you follow me. Not a problem. Lots of good things are coming to the crafting community. So guys, make sure you get those profiles set up. Make sure you do those. All right, so, and I want to go back to my canvas because I already had one. There we are. Because I'm going to be playing around in here. So to make this little snowman tag, and I'm going to pop back over and show you guys what I used, just so you can see. And you won't be in the dark about what we're doing. These are the little bubbles that I used, and these are from Sizzix. You can get them at most of your scrapbooking places. You can get them from Sizzix, of course. You can get them from like Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Not all stores will carry them. It's item 663559. And they're called dimensional domes. I can get that in the camera there. Dimensional domes. And these domes are 1.5 inch. Now, just because they're 1.5 inch doesn't mean that that's what you make your circle size. And we'll cover that too. But they've got little stickies on the back. You'll peel that release liner and then they will stick. And I've already checked to see if you could get like a Linder truffle in there, and no, you cannot. I tried. I was going to make something, but you could probably have it where it's hanging out the back and then have these on there. Maybe do a little box that has them. I may still do that, don't know. But super, super fun. They're a lot of fun. You can get them in, like I said, different sizes. These are the ones I used on my snow globe cards. So, and you can use them if you've got like a 3-dimensional flower on a card. You can use this to cover it and then put a little frame around it. They're super pretty. We used to use them for that all the time because these are low profile. Okay, very low profile. These are a little bit deeper. Okay, now if you don't want to purchase these, they're not very expensive, a couple bucks a pack. If you don't want to purchase these, then you can just cut a circle for your snowman face for this tag. You don't have to worry with this. But I wanted you to see what we were building around. This is the start of our project, okay? All right. So what I did is I decided that I wanted to do a snowman. So the first thing I did is I did not create this. Of course you can. This is just a couple of circles with a circle sliced out of it for the eyes. And all they did was skew it. So if you don't want to use the image in Access, which is, let me get in there, the snowman face M3D1822. B as in boy, A as in apple. That is the snowman face that I used. If you don't want to use that, you want to create your own, of course you can do that. You could do a triangle for his nose, and then again for his eyes. You would simply get either an oval or a circle, which are your free shapes. And then I would just bring that in and rotate it. I would leave it large like this. Get myself a circle. I'm going to duplicate that so I don't have to keep running over there. And then just basically bringing that up over the oval where you want it, slicing it, and now move it down, and you have an eyeball. And of course you can unlock it and skew it and make it a little bit different shape if you want, but super easy and simple to do. You just need to make sure that your circle is the size you want. If you don't have it large enough, you can slice over it again or contour it out and then start over and slice your circle. Super easy and simple. Yeah, Shirley, if you have a lot of scrap flowers that you use in scrapbooking, these help protect them, keep them from getting crushed. They're great for cards where you put those 3D flowers on the front. Super easy. Hi, Melissa. So super easy to create his eyeballs. Again, this one has a little bit of a fancy nose, or you can search out a carrot, or you can just do a triangle and unlock it to kind of get that shape. And we'll just go into shapes here, right here. And all you're going to do on that one, again, you're going to rotate. You're going to size it down or unlock it and get it to the size that you want. And of course, you're going to change the color. And then you have a nose. Super easy and simple. The mouth, that is pretty simple and easy too. You can take 2 circles. And I'm just going to change the color of these. I'm going to make it bigger so you guys can see it. Let's make them blue. We'll make one blue. We'll make one red. How about that? Oops, I got the wrong one. There we go. All right, so you have 2 circles. And then you're just going to bring them in. And these won't be exact, of course, but you can slice those 2 circles. And then you can have the mouth, and if you want those little pieces on there for his cheeks, you can either use this, which I have done before. I just rotate my other piece around and skew it down and duplicate. Let me grab that. If I can get that little piece there, there we go. And then I'm just going to flip that horizontal. And now you have another smile. So you could just weld that, and then you've got your little smile. You'll want to make sure that those are touching, of course. Now, if you don't want to do the cheeks, the chubby cheeks, you're just going to get a square, make it really, really small, and weld them right on top of your smile. So super easy to recreate a face if you don't want to use that one. You can create some pieces, okay? And that was all done from Free Shapes. Hi, Christine. So that covers the face. I'm going to get rid of the face part. We don't need it now. Next in this one, I used the shapes, and I went, and these are included if you have an Access subscription, okay? And I used the fancy one here with the little rounded tops. If you don't want to purchase, how can you make that? You can go in to your images, but I use these a lot. 99 cents if you don't have an Access subscription for those images is very inexpensive. And I think you can buy the set for $5.99 or something like that. So it's not a big deal. Access is going to be your best friend, especially if you're learning. It's going to save you a lot of time, and there are just so many images. We have over 250,000 images, guys. I mean, you can't really beat that. But you can come in here and you can search for a square or a rectangle, either one. Rectangle is probably going to be better here. And we're looking for one that has the rounded edges, like this one. And it is free. You can see right here, rounded, free. And it's in your shapes too. I forgot they added this to shapes. So you can get that one. I'm just going to select that, and I'm going to come over here to free and see what all we have. That's the same one. Right here, this one. Probably use that one. So let's add those to the canvas. They probably are in there. I probably just missed them. Oops. Yeah, right here. They're in the free. Okay, so you can use the rounded there, but the rounded rectangle is showing down here. Or is that cut off on the corners? They're really hard to see, some of these. But this shape right here, I use a lot. And this one would really come in handy here. Can you make your own? Yes, you can. So I will show you how to make this shape. If you don't want to just simply click that one, I will show you how to do that. So let's recreate our tag. I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. And I made my tag roughly 3, almost 4 inches. So I'm going to go at about 3.5 here on its height because we have to add some stuff. That's weird. What did I hit? Oh. Unlock. I made it about 2 1/4 wide. Okay. I got my height backwards there. That's about what we're going to be working with for this tag. You're going to be able to adjust it here in just a moment too. We just got this one here to kind of give us that shape. And this would work really well for doing this, giving us those rounded corners and bumping this up. We could bring this in and just weld it and keep duplicating and making it smaller and stacking that to get our shape. Lots of ways to do that. And then I'm just going to align, center it horizontally, and weld. It's not going to be exact, but you can see you can get there. Just by, I didn't even that out. That needed to be a little bit smaller. But you can see that's simply going to bring it up and bring those in. Super easy to recreate, okay? To get that pill shape without having to buy it, I'm going to leave this one here because we're going to use it here in just a second. That's just the rectangle I brought in. To get that pill shape without having to purchase it, you would get a square and a circle, okay? And then you're going to unlock your square, determine how wide or how tall you want it. This is 1.25 high. So then you're going to need a circle, and it's going to need to be the same height. And you're going to duplicate it. You're going to bring those in right on those ends. Of course, you'll want to make sure that they're actually good and even. You want the center of your circle where this plus is at the end of your square, just like that, okay? Once you have them all lined up, you'll align, center them vertically, and weld. And that will give you that shape, which we can use to slice from here. Let me change the color to something we can see. We can bring this down and slice to give us our ribbon hole, okay? So now we have, I used a half circle here, but you can use any shape that you want. You're going to align that and center it horizontally, and you're going to slice it. Okay, super easy. So we're going to pretend this is the one that I made from Free Shapes, even though it isn't. We're going to pretend that it is. And so we know that that dome that we had is one. Hey, Creative Living. We know that that dome that we're using is going to be, that it is 1.25 inches. However, I'm going to go pop back over to the overhead now before we go any further. It's 1.5 inches, okay, according to the package. And if you put the edge of this over on your ruler and bring it over, this edge comes almost to 1.75. So it's a little bit bigger if you include the from edge to edge than what the package says. If you bring that over to where your dome starts to rise and then comes over, it's just over or right at 1.25 inches. So it's not really 1.5. It's what they call a 1.5, but it's actually about 1.25. So you need to pay attention whenever you're creating using these domes, because like I said, they're going to be in different sizes, and you'll either need to put your cardstock over this to hide your glue lines, or you'll have to create a frame like we did here, because this one is just stuck on the top, okay, so that we could make the shaker and stick it down without having to lose all of our goodies and stuff like that. So this one is made separate, just a separate piece by itself and then glued down. So you have to know what that circumference is when you're doing this to make sure it's going to fit. I recommend cutting a circle from a square out of copy paper and measuring to make sure that it's going to fit over the top of this before you actually finish your project and then begin to cut and make it. Okay, so all you have to do is put in a square, put in what size you think that you need here between, it said 1.5. I always go down 1/4 inch and then work from there. So I would put in 1.25 and see if that, cut that circle from that square, see if it fits over there before I proceed to finish my design. Okay, it's going to save you a lot of time. So let's pop back over. So what I mean by that is, okay, if I determined I wanted that to be 1.25, I would make a circle 1.25, bring in a square, whatever shape you want, doesn't really matter. Align them to the center, slice them, or either attach, doesn't matter in this case, and then cut this piece. Check it, make sure it's going to work. If it's going to work, then you can proceed with your design. Okay? If it's not, you need to adjust, because you don't want to do all this and then try to resize this, because once you try to resize this and you slice that hole in there, let me just show you. It doesn't work as well. Your hole is going to get smaller, the tag is going to get smaller, and if you unlock it and you need to stretch it, now you've got an oval here rather than a circle. So you have to be really careful when you're designing and make sure that things like this are going to fit prior to finishing up the design. Okay? You can always come back and contour this out, but you don't want to cut your pretty materials up and it not fit. So this piece of copy paper right here will save you. Okay? Is everybody following me so far? If you have questions, guys, don't forget to put them in caps and ask. We can stop. If I'm going too fast, ask me to slow down. Not a problem. Hey, Dolores. Hi, Emily. Renee. Oh, Sharon's here. And Wendy. Shannon. So now that we have that determined, we need to, once we've determined our circle size, then we need to determine what size we want our tag, because we don't want to overpower and lose, because that circle is kind of small and we don't want to lose sight of what the tag is about. So I made mine, this is like 2.29, guys, by 3.893. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I just made it fit once I laid everything out. So once you've got a size determined, don't slice it yet, okay? Because you want to create the rest of your snowman, because his face is going to go in there and all of this other stuff, okay? And you have to determine, where you want it to sit on that tag. And I did add the little Let It Snow on there and a little bow tie for him. But I did make the hat, and I made the hat from an oval, a circle, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to duplicate this. And all I did was unlock it. I think I did use an oval, but it's the same thing. So all I did was unlock that, okay? And then I brought in one of my circles. And I just brought that up where I thought I would want it to land and how I wanted it to sit. And you can align it, center it horizontally, all that if you want. But I kind of liked having it larger on one side than the other. And you can also skew it after you do this. So again, all I've got is an oval, and I've got my circle on there. And I'm going to select, I just made my circle. You want your circle to be the right size, because it will matter, because that band is going to fit around there. There we go. And then you're going to slice it. So once you have it like you want, now you have your little band. Now, that's kind of round for me. I don't really like those points. So at this point, I am going to unlock that. And then I'm just going to skew it up a little bit till I get it like I want it. If you do that, you're going to have to slice again, okay? So make sure that you've got Oh, there it is. You see how that is? That's just a little bit too much. You want to make sure it's still going to fit. There we go. And then you can slice again if you need to. This one isn't as deep as my first one was, but you can see. You'll want to get that a little bit deeper. You need to make sure that that roundness is going to fit around that bubble once we put it on there, okay? That's what's going to give you that 3D look of the hat. So super easy. Once you've done that, let's get another one. I just want to keep those on hand. I got another oval or circle, oval, whatever you want to use, and I created my little hat from that. And all I did was get my oval here. I got a pentagon, another free shape, and I kind of skewed that in just a little bit, maybe a little bit more. And then I duplicate it, and I just flip it. It's just easier to flip it for me. And I brought it over, so, and I sliced it. Oh, forgot a step. Can't get slice. Why can't I get slice? Why is slice gone? Because I have 3 shapes. 1, 2, 3 in the layers panel. So what you're going to do is select just your 2 pentagons, weld them, and then slice. Becomes 2 layers at that point. So now we have our little top hat, because we get rid of the sides of the oval and get rid of all of that trash. And I need that to be, see how curvy that is? That's not going to fit well. So I got myself, you guessed it, another oval, or you can use this piece right here. And I brought it in. This one is rotated. I didn't rotate these until after, so let me put that rotation back. So it's going to be straight, and all I did was bring that in right there and slice it. Then I got my contour, took that little piece out of the bottom, and now you have your little top hat. And you can skew this and do anything you want with this piece right here to get it like you want it. But you see how sharp those edges are, those little corners, and see how rounded those are? I did a little trick by getting an offset and leaving it unrounded, okay? And then just made it a little bit larger. 0.03, I think I did. 0.03 is what I think I did. And apply. And now that rounded that up a little bit. Okay. So super easy to create the hat, and all we used were a couple of ovals. All right. And if I duplicate this, you can see they're never two going to be alike when you're slicing and all of that, unless you know exactly what your measurements and all of that are. But then you have your little hat. Super easy, right? So now we have our snowman face. You're going to use a circle if you're not using the little dome. You can use a circle. And then you have his hat. You have his face, which I deleted out of this file, but you have his face there. You can glue that on, or you're going to drop it down into your little dome, okay, to be little loose pieces for your melting snowman. So now we've recreated a hat, and then I took the Let It Snow, and I got a bow tie, and I got those out of images. Now you can use whatever you want. You can do writing here, anything that you want to do. But once you've got it all laid out, because you need to lay this out before you go any further, let's change that tag to, I'm going to make this a light blue just so you guys can see it a little bit better. So once you've got everything laid out and you've decided on, let me duplicate that. you've decided on whatever image it is you want to put on here, and you've made sure that everything fits, and that hat might be a little too tall, or can I rotate it? Rotate it, get it like you want, get everything set up, because that's going to be glued on. This is just for you to go by, okay? Hi, Joyce. You're going to be able to adjust all of that once you get it cut, because there's no need to really rotate it here except to see if everything's going to fit, okay? So once you have everything like you want it and you know it's going to fit, that's when you want to duplicate this piece, because that's going to be your back piece, okay? And I'm going to arrange and send that to the back, as a matter of fact. Send it to the back, and we're going to align and center those. Once you like everything, you're going to get your bow tie too. Don't forget your bow tie if you're going to be using one of those. I'm just going to duplicate that. I did debossing on this. Again, you can create this yourself with a couple of triangles and a circle if you want. So you're going to line that up in there. Get that. Make sure it's going to fit in there like you want it. And once you have everything set, then you're just going to take that circle. You're going to hold your shift key, and you're going to get one tag. Okay, if you look in the layers panel, that's all I have. And we're going to slice that. Don't move anything at this point except this tag. Slide it out of the way. Then you're going to take this circle. If you're not going to write on the back, again, make note, if you're not going to write to and from using your machine on the back, you can now take that circle and change it to a score. And with that, my shift key held, I've got that score, and I want my other tag, and we're going to attach. That tells me, and I'm just going to change that one to white now, that tells me where I can stick my bubble down, and then I can put the top on it and not have to worry about it, and know that it's going to line up. Now, if you want to write to and from on here and have the machine do it, do not do this. I will show you, because I didn't do it with mine so that I could show you guys. But you can do this without a score line to tell you where it goes. It's a little more difficult, but if you want to write to and from on here, you don't want that score mark on the back showing through there. So don't put your score on there if your machine is going to write on the back. I can't stress that enough, because it's not a good look. Okay? But if you're not going to put one, let me show you mine overhead so you know what I mean. I did not do it on this one because I didn't want that score line to show. If it had, the machine had written to and from on here with their name, I don't want that big circle, a score there. Okay? I want that score to be on the inside of the card where I cover it up. So skip that step if you're writing on there. Once you have all of that on, of course, you want to arrange, send this to the back. You don't want to move this until you've got all your stuff in place, but you can, it doesn't really matter on this. You can bring that to the front. You can just place this and make sure that you place everything back on here and that it all fits together. That's trash. You can make sure that everything fits. You've got everything where you want it. And then you can attach these. And that's all I have selected. I didn't select my hat and attach. Now I did deboss, so if you're going to do that, you're going to go into the, select that layer of pen, come over and change it to debossing. Okay. So if you want to deboss your images on foil or just have the machine write it, totally up to you. Super easy and simple. You just created a tag using all free shapes. So how cool is that? Oops, I forgot to change my camera. It didn't change. There we go. So make sure you're changing the pen to deboss if you want to deboss. And you attach these layers. Make sure you get those attached. Okay? You want to get everything lined up. Now I cut these from glitter cardstock, and we're going to put one together real quick. I'm going to show you guys how to do that dome. I did, Joyce. Thank you. I thought I hit it. I just didn't. My click didn't take, I don't guess. You guys can see now, right? That's all you missed was I just said make sure that everything fits and then attach. Make sure all of this is going to lay out right and then attach these where they need to be on there. That's all I did. And just attach. So that's your tag. Okay? Super easy. Yeah, it's super cute, isn't it? So let's put one together so you guys know how to do it. It's super easy. You won't believe how easy this is. Hi, Marsha. Hi, Stephanie. So I have all my little pieces here. And I forgot to get my... There they are. Forgot to get mine. I used in mine the Nouveau Ice White Circles. A little bit goes a long way. I used them in this card too. So if you're doing several cards, one little jar will do you. So we're going to pretend that I had writing on the back of mine. Even though I didn't, I had writing on there and I didn't put that circle on there, okay? So I didn't have it score, so I don't know where to line up. Now, if you did yours, all you're going to do is fill this, and then you're going to line it up and stick it down. You may find this easier either way. I know this is foil, and I typically don't use wet glue on foil craft board because I don't want it to bubble, but this is Cricut foil craft board, and so you have to get an awful lot of glue to get a lot of bubbling. So I'm just going to go about halfway with my glue right there on the top. We're going to get this piece and we're going to line it up. You want it to line up perfectly. We're just going to let that sit for a second because if you go at it right now, it's just going to pop right back apart. Okay? And you guys know how to do a little bow. I don't have my ribbon out here. I went and did a bunch of stuff. There it is. I cleaned up my craft room. That's what I did, and now I can't find anything. And all you're going to do is get a small length of ribbon. And we're just going to tie a knot in the top of it. The size of the ribbon is totally up to you. Just tie a knot in it, and then you're just going to be looping this. Just like so. And pulling it up. Okay? I put that in there backwards, didn't I? Yep, I did. I want to go in from the front to the back. I'm just giving that glue a second to dry. Because we're almost done. There we go. That looks better to me. The knot in the front. So I've got his little eyeballs. If I can pick them up. And I'm just going to drop them in that dome. Okay? And then I have his little smile. I'm going to drop that in the dome. And his nose. I'm going to drop that in the dome. Super easy. Then I'm just going to take a few of the confettis. We're going to throw some of those in there. How much you put is totally up to you. I don't have a whole lot in there. Just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Sometimes more is better. So I got some of those in there. And now we're just going to make sure his little mouth is not hanging out. You can make that as large or as small as you want it. And then I'm just going to peel that out. Okay? Now I'm going to flip my tag over and I'm just going to slip this right in to the hole. And then I'm pressing that down. Give it a good press. Now I can lift it up and he's stuck down and I can get glue on the rest of this. Okay? So I'm just going to go around the tag, get a little bit of glue, and press it down. So we don't need the frame because the tag is our frame, and I've got glue all over this. Super easy. And then I cut his hat, like I said, from glitter, Cricut black glitter. So pretty. And a little bit of glue on this. And we're going to place it right down on that frame. And I knew I was going to do that. I dropped it. I dropped it. See if I can get that glue off. All right. Got that part of the hat on, and then this little piece. And I leave a little gap between the hat and the rim. Super cute. When that glue dries, I will get that off of there. How easy was that? Guys, it's only been 45 minutes, and it's been 45 minutes, and we not only designed it, but we didn't cut it. So maybe an hour if you cut and pick your material and everything to completion. That's not bad. And then the next ones won't take you as long because assembly, you saw how fast assembly was. So once you have it done, you could cut tons of these and assemble them in no time. And then you've got your melting snowman. Thanks, Shirley. Thank you, Marianne. So super fun, easy, and especially if you've got some scraps, guys. Now, I did use the foil, but you can do these in colors. You could do red fronts, blue fronts, anything that you have small scraps of, and make these. And who wouldn't love to get a gift with one of these on there? They would, because not only is it a tag, but guess what? After they've opened a gift, now they have an ornament. So you have an ornament and a tag all in one. Because you know they're going to save that. Does anybody have any questions? Do they need me to cover anything? And Swirly, I have not forgot. Somebody asked me, I think it was you, to recover rolled flowers. We will be getting to that. Thank you, Kathy Ann. Thanks, Christine, Mary Lou. I can't wait to see you guys make some of these. Now, you can get these little domes on Amazon too, guys. If you did... Oh, yes. Yes. You can glue your face down in there. Yes. That would be cute. You can put your, like Sue said, if you don't want to do a melting snowman, but just want to put some glitter in there, you can glue his face down to that dome. The domes, Christine, were 1.5 inches. They're Sizzix dimensional domes, and the Sizzix item number is 663559. They're Tim Holtz. I don't know if it's going to focus in on that tiny, tiny writing, but they're Tim Holtz. And you can see he did a snow globe on his with some glitter in it. Just like Sue said, that's all glued down on the paper or stamped, and then he put the glitter in. So you can do that with this too. You can glue your face down and then put the glitter in there. So Amazon, scrapbook.com, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joanne, anywhere that sells Tim Holtz is probably going to have these. Scrapbook.com, they may have them too. But this is just the perfect size for tags. The bigger sizes you need for cards and stuff. And this is the low profile one. These are shaker domes. And they're perfect for 3D flowers. You can see how low profile that is. And I do have dimensional envelopes in the Cricut community for you guys. You can't get what to look right. Oh, Charlotte, yeah, the rolled flowers. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do some rolled flowers, I think next Friday, if that's good for you. I did write it down. I did put it down. So next Friday, not tomorrow Friday, but next Friday, we'll do some rolled flowers. I'll cut several. We have a lot of new people. Tomorrow, this is going to be the freebie file in Designspace. Well, I will release it. This is the pillow box, and I reworked it a few years back to have a handle. And then this year, I decided to add a belly band to it. And the belly band is removable, so you don't have to tear it. How cute is that, guys? How cute is that? And I did just a pictorial, but you can stuff lots of candy in it. These fold flat. These are great if you have a booth in a craft show. You sell earrings and stuff. This is fantastic packaging for that. It doesn't have to be Christmas themed. You can do whatever you want. But they will lay flat. The only glue on the box is the handle part itself, and that's so you can hang it up. You're going to fold in on all your scores, and you're going to fold in your thumb holes first. Fold in the back. This is the back where the solid panels go to the back. This is the back of it. You're going to fold that belly band, wrap it around. I put my decor on after, but you can do it, of course, before. And it has two slits, one on the top, one on the bottom. And they simply just hook together. No glue except for putting on your decor. How cute is that? And like I said, it doesn't have to be Christmas. You can use this box and do all sorts of themes. It will hold more than earrings, of course. You can wrap in tissue and put a little candies in there, anything that you want. It's great for teacher and neighbor gifts. How cute is that? And you don't have to worry about things falling out with the band on there. Thanks, Marion. So this will be out tomorrow, okay? This one's out tomorrow. This one's already in there, and I showed you how to create your own. So if you want to do something other than a snowman, you can do lots of things. But if you're using this package, I'm just going to tell you that your hole size is 1 1/4 inch. 1 1/4 inch. You might be able to get by with 1.35, just a little bit bigger than 1/4 inch, but 1.5 inches is way too big. All right, if nobody has any other questions, that's going to wrap up for tonight. Now, if guys, Shirley asked me to redo rolled flowers next Friday, so that's what I'm going to do next Friday. If you have something that you're struggling with, don't hesitate to let me know so that we can cover it on a live or, and I said Friday, Shirley, I meant Thursday. I'm not with it today. I meant Thursday. So the next Thursday live, we'll cover rolled flowers. I apologize. I didn't mean to confuse anybody. Yes, these would be perfect for place settings. You could even have it write their name on the handle or right here on the box, at the top of the box. That would be so cute, Kathy Ann. Great idea. Put a little tag with their name on it. Just hang a little tag on the handle. That would be cute. Do a little miniature tag. Little bitties. That would be super cute. You guys are full of great ideas. Love it. Love it. So next Thursday, that is, let me double check the calendar here. Next Thursday is the 18th. So we're going to do rolled flowers on the 18th. We're going to revisit that. And I'll do a couple of different ones for you guys. I'll cut several different types, including the one that we used on this little box. This is a rolled flower. This is a rolled flower right here. So get those glue guns ready, Miss Swirly. Your request is coming. All right, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything in the chat, you guys. All right. If you forgot to ask anything, and I'm checking, let me check with my Facebook group over here, make sure that they didn't ask something that I missed. Hi, Denise and Sylvia. Okay. So next Thursday, rolled flowers. The Thursday after that's open. If anybody's struggling with anything, let me know. If not, I will find something to fill the void. But I prefer to do content that you guys really need. So you let me know what you need. All right, you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will catch you on next week. Supporters, you will have files coming again on Monday. And I may do an extra file for you guys this week. So if I have some time that I can squeeze it in there. So you guys, my supporters, you may be getting 2 files this next week. And don't forget to check out our featured channels of the other product experts, guys. They do some great things. We all do different types of stuff. So we do a lot of stuff that's the same, but we do different things as well. I like to do sewing, but I don't have room to do my sewing. I don't have my sewing out. And I believe Carol Prevo, she does a lot of sewing. So you might want to check out that. Lots of great channels. And Miss Rita to the rescue. She does a lot of great lives. Early morning for you, anybody that needs mornings. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. Happy crafting.